Oh, yay. This is Dr. Shreya Tyen. And if you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so you can be updated on my latest and my current videos. Welcome everyone. I'm going to talk to you about two books. This is the first one, which is Love on Fire. This is the second one, which is Tantra Bliss. These are, it's called the Ipsulu Formula, a method, Tantra Bliss. That's the full name. Both of these books have truly awakened me, and the way that I look at love is totally different. First and foremost, you have no idea, if you were brought up in the rest, what true love is. And I mean that in the most nicest way. The reason why I love the Love is on Fire, the Sufi's Mystical Journey Home by Llewellyn Von Lee is because it interweaves Eastern philosophy to our Western culture. And you will know that love comes from the soul. At the beginning of my awakening, I used to follow Bobby Hemmett, and I learned about that book from him. There's a slew of other books too that I got. And one thing that I realized is that I knew nothing at all about love. I thought I knew about love, but I had the foggiest idea. So I'm sharing with you today, I'm going to do a little snippet here from this book. Give me 1 second. There is an insert from this book I'm going to share with you. It's called Merging in Love. And it says, this is poetry here. It's one of a Sufi's poetic line from this book named Al-Halajj, which we may know him as Rumi. I am he whom I love, and he whom I love is I. We are two spirits dwelling in one body. If thou seest me, thou seest him. And if thou seest him, thou seest us both. Merging in love, the mystery of light upon light is something so indifferent from the reality of the mind and the ego and their patterns of attachment and desire. The mind remains in confusion, unable to understand the wonder that is taking place within us. One just has to allow oneself to be bewildered. Something is happening within which we cannot grasp, which does not belong to the limited understanding we have of ourselves. A process is taking place beyond the realm of the mind. These are the illegal activities of love, which rational consciousness tries to suppress. The language of the heart is so different from the language of the mind, because the mind understands through separation, through one thing being different from another. But the heart understands through nearness, through intimacy, and finally through union. Some lovers speak in images and metaphors. Mystics speak of absorption, of melting and meaningfulness like sugar and water, of drowning in the ocean of love. And yet, in this melting, in this drowning, we are both lost and found. When everything has been lost, when all trace of our own identity has been dissolved, the real secret of being a human being is revealed. Once we have been merged with the beloved, the journey back to God becomes the journey in God. We are united with the beloved, and yet we remain ourselves. Spiritual life becomes a state of oneness and duality. within the heart, we have tasted union. We have given birth to his oneness. And yet, in our outer life, we remain in duality and offer ourselves to God in service and surrender. My soul doeth magnify the Lord describes a state of duality. And praise and prayer and longing and love, our light rises to our beloved, and his light comes to meet us. And it is the light upon light. The mystic lives the mystery of light upon light. And in this meeting, there is oneness, a oneness known within the heart, but bewildering to the mind. All right. So basically, it's saying that when one is reconciled to God, when one merges with God, that is when they truly experience what true love is all about. True love is about oneness, not separation. Not separation from the person that we love, and not a separation from God. A woman has the ability and the power to transform her lover. She can transform him. There is a chemical compound within those that are indigenous people or those that are of darker race, which is called melanin. And the melanin that we have within us, it is also called technium. That's where the M is coming from. Technium is star. It means star. If you get the book of the law by Aleister Crowley, you will come to find that we were stars before we came here, and it only makes sense. Some of us come from different star groups, like Series 1 or Series A or B, the Pleiades. These are star systems, you guys, okay? We were stars, and then we came here to experience duality and gain experience as human beings. I remember talking on the phone to my twin flame. This was just maybe 5 days ago. We were on the phone for 2 hours, and he was like, my name is not Osiris. I said, yes, it is. And my name is Isis. I said, do you not remember that Isis recollected all of Osiris's fragmented parts? In the book that I told you about, the Tantra Bliss, the second book that I showed you, it talks about the fragmented parts of oneself. It talks about the chakras. It talks about how the Kundalini starts in the base of the man or the woman, okay, until it is moved up the Sushumna, all right, where you achieve enlightenment. True love is enlightenment. True love is the death of the ego, not allowing fear to manipulate you. Some men have the Oedipus or the Oedipal complex, where it stems from childhood, where they didn't want to share their mother with other siblings or the father. And that stems over into their adulthood, where they may find that they have two women in their lives at all times. One that they love, which is a mother figure, and then one that they have sex with. They may have sex with both women. But most men that have the Oedipus complex normally have to have two women in their lives. And one they truly, dearly love. And that's the one that is nurturing to them, just like a mother. And they may even have children by this woman, and this woman may be a baby mama, okay? And then they may have the side chick, which is the second woman that they have sex with that they may not have children with. It doesn't necessarily mean that they have children, okay? They may or may not have children by the other person. But my point is, these individual or these men have these multiple women, or, two women at least minimum in their lives, because of their psychology not being fully developed, and based off of culture upbringing, they feel that they have to have these two women because they haven't regulated their own let's say love monitor. They have not come to love themselves enough to know that love is never outside of them, but love is within. And happiness is within. It's never outside of oneself. And so that's the reason why you may see a lot of men having side chicks. It's not because it's cool. It's not because it's dope. It's because you're dealing with someone who has not matured past that Oedipus or Oedipal complex. And women have the Electra complex, where they are looking for their father and their mates. Okay? And they may go through multiple men trying to find what they were seeking in their father and didn't receive, or they received it and they just haven't gotten over the fact that your partner is your partner and not your father or your mother. Okay? But in a woman's case, it would be more of a father figure that she's looking for. And that's called the Electra complex. Sigmund Freud talked about this, Freud, and his psychology lectures. And as a doctor, we all have to learn psychology, and all of us learned about the different stages of development from Freud. Okay? Sigmund Freud was his name. He was a German psychologist and a doctor. Many of what we know about love here in the West has been misguided. It's not only here in the West. I could say it's universal. Until we come to know what our life purpose is and what the soul has for us in our plans and experiences, we will not fully come to know how to love ourselves. And that's why I love the Tantra Bliss book, because it breaks it down. It breaks the reasons for the soul and the soul purpose and the plans and the experiences and how they, shape and mold our lives. What's another thing that I love about this book? Because it has like a lot of exercises that you can do for your breath work. Breath work is very important on your spiritual journey. I'm not saying that people need to meditate, because there's a lot of people that reach enlightenment and don't meditate and never meditated a day in their lives. But for me, I need to meditate. It's good for my body. It's good for my soul. And there's a lot of exercises that are in that book that will help you. Love is a fire. That book within itself helps you to understand that love is not outside of you, but that your twin flame is a catalyst to help you to ignite the fire and the love that is within yourself. And as you burn off that karma, sometimes the love subsides. And that's okay if that happens. That's why I tell you guys, don't get all bent up out of shape if your, twin flame don't want to be with you anymore. They were just a catalyst. They're not the end all that be all. You're the end all that be all. The love that you have inside of you, the love that you express, it's what you bring to the table. Okay? It's not about what the other person is bringing to the table when it comes to love. Love is an inside job. It's never an outside job, you guys. We should never look into our partnerships or our relationships to be fulfilled from their love. We should find fulfillment from our own. That is what it truly means when it says as above, so below. That is what it truly means when it says to bring heaven upon the earth. Okay? When you love yourself truly and dearly, you are truly bringing heaven upon the earth. You have the power to transform your partner with your love. And I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Thank you so much for you guys joining me. Thank you for listening. This is the first video that I have uploaded in a long time on this channel. And I'm also going to upload it on my other channel, Rising Ascensions, as well. Namaste.